when I go to the beach, I smell the heaven. But that St Kilda is Jannah. Jannah, it means heaven.
I think the first word that came into my head is tribu, which is translated to English as a tribe.
Pazzo. And pazzo means crazy.
Разноцветный. Разноцветный in Russian means colorful.
In the beginning, when I started here, no one knew me. No one knew me. No one knew about me. It started for I think the third month. Some people come, they heard about me as a speech, and they asked me to come with them. I take the platter of my food. I tell them, this is my food, this is my culture. When you smell the spices, it takes you away from this country. Because if you eat any food, it takes you somewhere. Cinnamon take you to grandma's house. Take you to baklava, take you to like za'atar, it take you to somewhere like deep inside herb that your grandma was like drying and give it in your hand, and this bring more people to my cafe. In December, the council closed me because my owner, they didn't pay for the laneway. People from the community in St Kilda, put, email to the mayor to open me, the council. This is the community. St Kilda, the beautiful place, from beach to my cafe, to the people, I love it. For that, I don't want to close.
Morning, how are you? I'm good.
Alisa's going to talk to you about
Of course, I'll come. Just 10 minutes. All good.
You know how it happened? I had a restaurant, and my daughter was 4. If you started from my older son, 15, 11, 7, they were going to school and coming. I see a lot of painting of weapon in their bags. And it starts, that wave of war and unhappiness, And you see the boys, they love decide to go on like games for killing. And it's come as someone brainwashed them. It was 2010, in the end of 2000. Not war, nothing, but we see blood on the floor. When I go to the business, not much people coming out, afraid. Another city, people flee, and we see a lot of weapon around. I was worried about the 15-year-old, and he started to tell me, yeah, I can go, I'll go to heaven. What? It means the thought of ISIS, the thought of bombing and killing and this and that. I thought, no, let's go to Lebanon, maybe 10 days for visiting. My uncle called me, don't get back. Under you weapon, on the top they demolish it. They take the whole land, and I start to shake. I thought, go and take photo of it. We cannot go that area. That area all occupied. Straight away, I went to United Nations. I told them this happened to me. What I do? He told me, find a way for your boys. If you don't have money, you should flee to somewhere because we don't accept you.
COVID come, I closed the kitchen with 18 girls, all of them aiming to work here, there. When I start, to the business, to help people, I started in this mindset. I love that area.
but no one really knows the story. They just know that you're a photographer and that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
What's your name?
Dulce.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'll say, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico. Yeah.
How long have you been in Australia now?
I think it's gonna be 9 years or 10. I'm not pretty sure. I came here in 2016. Yeah. I feel now like home because coming here like when I was really young, and now I staying for 9 years. I think I found myself in here, and I'm really connected, not just only with Australia but also with St Kilda. Because yeah, I mean, like going through, you know, those two years staying at home, and the only thing that we had to do was to go out and explore our nature or work out. I spend a lot of time outdoors, and I feel now like such a strong connection with, you know, like with St Kilda, because I used to come for a run or around the bay, or I used to come. I started my cold therapy in winter in the beach. So now it's something that I truly enjoy, and it is part of me. Like I really miss it if I don't go to the ocean or yeah. Or when I started tapping to music, it started during the pandemic. I feel like music was the only thing at the time that really held me. I don't know how to explain it, but it was more. I started more as a therapeutic process. You know, like I started playing and I started connecting with music, and then from that, it went to like, oh, I want to DJ, but it wasn't to, you know, like to be professional or to do it one day professionally. It was more because I feel like at the moment or at the time, my soul was asking for something, you know, and music has been like a big part of my life. I used to dance in Mexico, so I was always connected to music and all of that. But like playing, that was actually in Australia, and I got inspired by all the events that I went to in St Kilda and also around Australia, all the festivals. So I think the Australian music scene really inspired me to start playing music. And yeah, you see music as a, you know, like a huge healing part of my journey. Yeah. I wanted to connect also like with them in the music, you know, like the music scene and all of that. For me, it was like a fresh start, because even like in my clothes, I had to change from the style that the North Side has. So yeah, I will say a fresh start in all sense. It was like building again friends, community, getting to know the area. Yeah, fresh start.
Gorgeous. Backhand finds hamstring, front hand up and over, reach, create space in order to flow through life. My name is Alisa. I was born in Lithuania in a city called Kaunas. My family is Russian, mostly background, but we're a mix of Jewish and Polish, and my father's Armenian. And so I became this cocktail of all the global cultures, and somehow I ended up here in Melbourne, and I'm a yoga teacher here. Who would have thought, yeah? I was migrating with my mum when I was very young, so it is her courage to leave a country that was experiencing the break of the Soviet Union. And so we were left as refugees in Finland at first. And then whilst we were refugees in Finland, my mum had the opportunity, and when I say opportunity, I mean she was gorgeous, and someone fell in love with her and offered her a life here in Australia. And for me, I was the passenger, I was her sidekick, so I got to benefit from that. beautiful love story, and we started in Queensland, and then we felt that Queensland wasn't really supportive of that multicultural lifestyle that Melbourne had to offer. We came here when I was 13 and never looked back. Yeah. I like the water. Yeah, I have to be near the water. I spend every morning, every sunrise down by the water. And if I could spend every sunset as well, that's an ideal day. I mean, other than that, St Kilda sort of has a lot of character compared to some of the other neighbourhoods. We've got an intersection of tourists and visitors, but likewise the local neighbourhood and the local community that really loves this area. We love the restaurants, we love the art galleries, we love the music. In Queensland, I was the only foreigner in my school. I didn't speak English, so I was put into a special needs class where, you know, I was put into a place where I didn't really belong because they didn't really know how to accept a foreigner into the school. And I remember the day there was the second foreigner came, this guy Cameron from Turkey, and we became instantly best friends because we sort of bonded through the lack of inclusion that we felt. I suppose lack of interest in the diversity, yeah, it's not celebrated, it's seen as different, so they don't like it. That Melbourne might be a good place to go, and we came here and I felt like I was surrounded by Italians, by Greeks, by Chinese, by Vietnamese, by everyone, and we were interested in each other. Yeah, we were curious as kids in each other. And I suppose that's why I created Feel Good Flows, yeah, my yoga community offering where we celebrate the human and we want them to be more themselves. Yeah, not to be like each other. I don't want you to be like me and I don't want to be like you. I want you to be you and I want to celebrate you and I want you to celebrate me. And the more that I can see you being you, the more I'm going to like you. Yeah, they say the highest frequency above love is authenticity. So if we can all be authentic, we'll probably like each other a little bit more, hey? St Kilda reminded me how beautiful it would be to gather on a beach as opposed to in a studio. I did it at first out of convenience because it was sort of a space that was needed when COVID closed down the studio. And I thought, this is big enough, this space. And then I realised that this St Kilda beach area is actually this really high foot traffic of curious and very different people. And as we're connected, and we're yoga meaning union in Sanskrit, yuj, we're connected here, you know, they want to know how they can get involved. So the St Kilda beach area in particular has so much diversity, yet Feel Good Flows creates a union as oneness. Yeah, underneath all of the differences, underneath all the stories that we tell ourselves of why they're different, yoga offers that oneness, and I think that St Kilda Beach couldn't be a better destination, yeah?
Hey, my name is Ange. So I am a sound healer, also do cosmetic tattooing. But sound healing is the one thing that I'm very passionate about, and I guess it's something that I kind of got into through my own health kind of crisis about just over a year ago. And it's just been something that has really changed my life. It's really given me a new outlook on life, really, being able to share, I guess, the healing powers of sound and how it kind of impacts people has been really, really amazing. So my heritage is Italian, so all four of my grandparents are from Italy. They migrated over in the 60s and the 50s. So my mum's parents are from the north of Italy in Trieste, and my dad's parents are from the south of Italy in Sicily and Calabria. So I guess growing up my whole life has been very much in that kind of culture, two different kind of parts of Italy, very different from each other, but having that kind of heritage and that upbringing has been really beautiful. I think it's something that I definitely, when I was a lot younger, in the area that I grew up in, there was not that many Italians in the school that I was at, so it was sometimes a bit difficult for me because I was a bit different. Looked different. I guess I used to get kind of bullied for how I looked, and you know, the kind of food that I would bring. You know, everyone else was bringing Vegemite sandwiches and I was bringing lasagna. So it was quite different, and I think that a lot of the time when I was younger it was difficult for me because I was an outcast. But then as I grew older, I started to learn to embrace it a lot more and realize how beautiful my heritage and, you know, everything that comes with that is. And I guess one thing that I've always really loved about my heritage is, I guess, how close like Italians are, how close we are, how, you know, family orientated.
Could you have been able to touch the place that you go to in music had you not gone for your drug date?
Hello, what's your name?
It's Ye.
And where are you from?
I'm from China.
Where are you based?
I'm based around the corner, St Kilda.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here?
In St Kilda?
Yeah, in Australia.
In Australia. Like, oh man. Yeah, it's gonna make me feel really old. Like 28.
Wow.
Yeah, 28 years. It's been a long time.
And what's the reason why you came to Australia?
Like China was too sexist for my mum, pretty much was what happened. Yeah, it took me a while to piece it all together. My favorite thing to do? Like, the penguins. Yeah, I take girls, like the penguins in St Kilda. That's like, yeah, the rest of the time I kind of just smoke bombs and tan. Like, yeah. Some alright food out here. I think there's like, yeah, I think the pubs are alright. I haven't really been going much to the pubs. It feels like, you know, there's a lot of English and Irish backpackers, and like, you know, there's a lot of them, and like I've met a lot of them, and it's kind of like, doesn't really feel like I need to meet any more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've got enough Irish friends to be going to a pub in St Kilda.
So that's it.
You know what I mean? Like, the community. Oh, just like people saying hi to each other when you're walking down the street, you know? Yeah, which is pretty cool. A lot of people say hi to me. Yeah, like Justine. Yeah, that Navy guy. I don't know his name. Like, yeah, that dude's pretty cool. Yeah, he gave me some weed the other day at like 2 in the morning. I think that's like community, you know?
Hello, Céad Míle Fáilte. Good afternoon. Welcome. This is Kaylee House, and I'm Nora Lynch, and I'm with you until 5 o'clock today, bringing you my choice of Irish music. Of course, the Grand Prix is on. I could hear the cars revving from about 5 o'clock this morning, and I was glad to get away. Here's Jimmy Young with the Isle of Innisfree.
Met some folks who say that I'm a dreamer. And
My name is Nora, and I'm from a little village in Ireland called Virginia. And I came here in the early 90s on my own, travelling. I love everything about St Kilda. I love the community feel about it, because I feel that it's more like Ireland. And for example, if you walk along the street here, you know, you say hello to people, and it's friendly. I like the grunge of St Kilda. I don't have a problem with the homelessness. I mean, obviously, I feel for the people, but they don't bother me.
He's an exile from that dear love.
I think it's really important for me to be surrounded by my things. I'm an avid collector, and I even though my clutter drives me mad sometimes. Everything in this house is older than me, and I think I get a lot of pleasure out of that sort of stuff, or having it around me. I love form over function, so even if I have a chair that I can't sit on, if it's a 1950s one and it looks great, it doesn't matter whether you can sit on it or not.
Once again, back home.
I'm also involved in community radio, so I present an Irish radio programme, and that keeps me in touch with my Irish roots and Irish music, which I really love as well.
Find a peace no other land could know. I
think there's a lot of help for underprivileged people in the community here in St Kilda. There's also a needle exchange in Grey Street, which I think is fantastic, because I was a drug and alcohol worker in the past, and I teach AOD4 and Health and Community Studies. And for me, I believe that we need to keep those people who are using drugs safe while they're still using. So making sure they have a clean fit and stuff like that is really important, to keep them safe until they decide that they, you know, a lot of people grow out of using drugs. They've changed their life, they turn it around. We need to support people. Other people, you know, give out about St Kilda and the homelessness and the crime. I feel really safe in St Kilda. Most of the homeless people and the people sitting on the street know me and say, "Hello, Uncle Nora." I feel as if they'd be on my side. I mean, they give me a hug and ask me how I'm doing. So.
Do you feel there's a community here?
Yeah, I do, yeah. A sense of community, like Ireland.
And he was a poet, and he was born Richard Farley. But people in Ireland who are Richard are often called Dick for some reason. He wrote both the music and the lyrics. He got the inspiration for the Isle of Finish Free.
Penso che un sogno così non ritorni mai più. Mi dipingevo le mani e la faccia di blu. Poi d'improvviso venivo dal vento rapito e incominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito.
Hello! Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, these are Eleonora and
Asela.
And we are the filmmakers of this documentary. How was the journey for this documentary?
Oh, it was crazy. It was wild.
It looked like 2 years, not even kidding.
Yeah, it feels like we've been working this for ages, and I've only known you like what, a month and a half? Yeah, so and I feel like I've known her for ages as well.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. yeah, unfortunately. But it's nuts how like this thing has grown. So it was just this project between just you and I, doing this project for the gallery, and then
Shout out to all the team, because everyone was so precious. Like Claudia, James, Chris, the other filmmakers and editors, they helped us so freaking much. So thanks to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Like without all these amazing individuals, we wouldn't be able to put this thing on to the degree that it is. And each person added their own like magic to it. You know, they took the exhibition in like a different like possibility. It's like, oh, we could do this type of thing, and yeah, it just grew. And
it's a blending of ideas together to create this magic that you're experiencing tonight.
Yeah, and like the exhibition is more than the sum of the parts. I think that's the term. Like it's more than us individually, and together we made something that I think we'll be proud of for a very long time. We told some wonderful stories and met some amazing people.
First of all, it's a team of immigrants. We're all artists and creatives, and we all come from different countries, or we are like third generations or something like that. So there are people that have in their families immigrants, or we are first of all immigrants. So it was an art project, a creative project that was very heartfelt, I think, and it was needed to be talked about, because it's not talked about enough, especially all the difficulties, like from bureaucracy and the opportunity to stay in this country and live and having that balance as an artist, and also like mostly a spiritual growth and journey that immigrants go through, and always having this feeling. I think there is a specific word for this kind of melancholy or feeling of still missing home and missing that land that calls you always, every day, but still trying to be present and build something else for a brighter future, to have the opportunity to fully express ourselves.
Yeah. I think like with this topic itself, we've barely scratched the surface. There's so many stories out there to be told. There's so many different people, they're so different in every way. It's like this infinite diversity and infinite combinations, and this exhibition, like there's just so much more to it, and we've barely scratched the surface, and hope everyone enjoys it and feels inclined to share their own story about everything they're going through as well.
And thank you for being here tonight. Thanks to everyone that is from another country and is here tonight experiencing all these stories, and this is an invitation for you to share your own past, your own history, because another day it can save someone else's life that is living abroad and is feeling like sinking. So this exhibition is bringing awareness, but also a lot of hope.
Yeah, what she said.
Thank you for being here tonight. Ciao. Say hi.
No.
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
Ciao.